How's it going today, guys? Tank back with another World of Warcraft video. Today I'm going to be talking about all the information we got from Blizzcon as far as Legion goes. Now, my mage, going to be leveling, just so that's just something to put on screen. That doesn't really matter. Now, all this information I'm getting is from MMO Champion. They did a great job of covering Blizzcon. They always do, that's why I always go to that website. The link will be in the description for them. So let's jump right into it. The first thing is Legion will be $50 with the deluxe digital version being $70. Is not that bad of a price. Most video games nowadays cost about $60. That's what Call of Duty Black Ops 3 cost. So for something to be $50, that extra $10 really isn't like saving a lot. But you know, hey, if you can save money, might as well. Now, pre-ordering the game gives you a level 100 boost, just like they did for Warlords of Draenor, giving you level 90 during Mist of Pandaria. Now, this is just a way for you to, like, if you have any new friends that want to play the game, they could already have level 100. It can get you right straight into getting ready for Legion. So it's just a nice catch-up mechanic, and I always like that they introduce it, at least for the last expansion. The Broken Shore scenario picks up right where the cinematic leaves off. If you haven't seen the cinematic, I'll put that also in the description. Cinematic is amazing this year. I was sitting there watching it, and it blows my mind. Now, they do such a great job of giving you like a little tease of what the expansion is going to be that leaves you thinking, and I hated it, but I loved it at the same damn time, so it was hard. It's conflicting for sure. Alliance and Horde, I got the sense that they're going to be fighting, like they actually said that they're going to be fighting together for Azeroth, and during the cinematic, you kind of get the sense of that, and if you haven't, when you watch it, you'll probably see it. It's a pretty big. The demon invasion in the patch leading up to the expansion is going to be a 1 to 20 flexible player raid for the scenario, fighting through the island, killing demons, and many other things to get to the Tomb of Sargeras. Now, another thing that they said, they're going to be killing like bosses like Legion generals and lieutenants and stuff like that, and you're going to be fighting together with a bunch of other people just to get up to it. So it's kind of a nice little scenario, help you get introduced to, like, the Tomb of Sargeras. And if you have Legion pre-ordered, you'll be able to make your Demon Hunter and play through their starting experience during the patch before Legion. So that way you can get a little introduced to them. I kind of like this. It's going to be like another little tease where you get to see it, and then it just wants you, you just want more. What it's going to do, that's probably what they want it to do too. So they're not doing too bad of a job at that. You do need a level 70 to be able to make a Demon Hunter. Now, they also did this with Death Knight, so it's not anything new. And beta should be coming out this week or next week. Artifact power comes from quest bosses, rare spawns, rare drops, dungeons, raids, and battleground and arena. So everything we kind of expected to be able to get artifact power from. So not really big news there. But transmog is getting a huge revamp. If you've ever played Diablo, they have a transmog system where if you get the item at one point, then you could sell it and you could reuse it for transmog later on. You don't even need to have it anymore. And that's kind of the system they're bringing to Legion, which is going to be great because it'll clear up your bank, your inventory, no more need for void storage, and that is going to be so amazing because if you look at all of my banks and all my characters, it is just littered with stuff on every single character. You will actually now be able to hide your shoulders too, just like your back and your helm. Flying won't be allowed immediately at the launch, but the achievement, just like how they did for Warlords of Draenor, where you got an achievement that you had to go and get to be able to get flying, the achievement will be ready right as soon as the game drops. That way you can start to get progress to it, but you won't be able to finish it just yet. A goal for Legion is to make the outdoor world quests, dungeons, raids, all things that you want to do after you hit max level. Now, this hasn't been around for a while. I know I haven't wanted to go back into a dungeon just for fun or because there's actual purpose to it in so long. Normally whenever I go back to do a dungeon, it's just because I'm forced to do it, just like a legendary quest line or anything like that where it makes me do it, and that's not, they want to get away from that because that is not enjoyable to be forced to do something. Subrace is a thing they want to incorporate, but they don't know how to yet, and I completely understand how difficult it could be. If you kind of think about it, it would not be the easiest thing to do because it's really just different shades of races where that kind of seems easy, but how do you get the lore for that? Lore is probably the thing that's holding it back. That's at least in my opinion what would be. Legion will allow you to use all specs. There's no more need for a dual spec. Now this means that you could just go and change your spec just going to your specialization and talent tab. This just makes it easier for the player to run different kind of specs. One of my favorite raids ever in World of Warcraft was Karazhan, And I don't know how true this is, but I seen a posting about the fact that it could become a 5-man dungeon in 7.1, so that'd be the first patch for Legion. Now the idea behind this is that Kara is a big mecca of everything to go on that goes on in Legion. They even said it'll play a huge part, which I think is great just because it is my favorite dungeon, or raid I guess I should say, in this whole game. And for it to come back and actually play a part is amazing. I have so many great memories in that place. The old gods are back, and in Legion, when we discover Tyrellian and Illyria, it'll change the way we view World of Warcraft as a whole. I'm very excited to see how they like introduce them, because they have been gone so long and they've been talked about so much. For them just to like throw them back in the game and then, hey, here you go, they're back, will not be what they do. That would kill everybody that's been waiting for them. Another cool kind of mechanic that they're introducing is if you're raiding and you get another piece of gear that you already have, but someone else needs it, you can actually trade that to them as long as you have something of equal, or like as long as the item that dropped is of equal or lesser value of the one you have. You can actually trade it to someone else that was available. The biggest thing I see Blizzard focusing on in the expansion is class identity. Now they want to make all the classes seem different. When I'm playing my mage, I shouldn't feel like I'm playing my shaman with just different cosmetics. Now some classes are getting big revamps, some are getting small revamps, but they are coming, which I think is going to be a great thing for them to focus on, because they really haven't done it in so long. To actually split up the different specs in different classes is going to be a big thing and make the game more interesting. Now, at the end of the day, World of Warcraft is a fantasy game. When I'm playing this, I want to feel more in-depth into the game, and especially with my certain character that I'm playing. Like I said, if I'm playing my shaman, I don't want to feel like I'm playing my mage, and vice versa. And this is truly something WoW needs at this stage of its life, just because it'll add more in-depth want to play the game. And the last bit of information I want to talk about is the fact that Jaina is actually not a Dreadlord. It's breaking news, I know. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This is just a little bit of the recap of the information from BlizzCon. I do want to bring more information about World of Warcraft as we get it, so hopefully we get more information. I really would love to get the beta, that way I can bring content and actually show off what they're going to be doing with Legion. It'd be very cool, I think. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time, guys.